And we are live. What is going on? We are back with another great live. It's your guy Adrian, and I have my wonderful co-host,
What up? This is Tiffany
Miss
Sports
Tiffany.
and Heels. Good evening. Good evening. Manic Monday on a Tuesday. It's on a Taco Tuesday with no tacos.
Yes, we pushed it to Tuesday to accommodate changes. But that's what happens when you own your own stuff. You can just change it up when you want to, man. But it's still a Madic Mondays, and we're gonna talk about a good bit of stuff today. We're gonna go over some roles we found, some remote roles. We're gonna talk about debunking the myths. There's a lot
Yeah.
of trending content out there that they're misleading the people, and we are here to lead the people in the right way. You know,
Well,
so
our way may not be the right way, but definitely, since it's so trendy, kind of bring a little bit of reality to the fantasy that has become working in tech.
yes, yes. So, what's been going on since last time with you?
Uh, went to a work event last night. That's part of the reason why we didn't have the show yesterday. It's been probably 4 years.
Yeah.
No, I'll take it back. So, 2019, 2020. So three years since I've done a work related after work gathering. We've been in COVID for 2 years. So, um, but yeah, it's been 3 years, and it was kind of weird to see the people you've been working with for a year and a half to see them in person, because you see them on Zoom calls all day and every day. So it was kind of weird seeing them in person. It's funny because when they introduced themselves, they said, "You must be Tiffany." And I'm one, the only female that was there, and two, I'm the only woman of color that was there. So I kind of joked about it, like, oh, well, I mean, unless there's another, you know, tall black girl in here, yeah, I'm the only one. So the company
Hmm.
I'm contracting it with is out of Louisville, Kentucky. So yeah, I had to drive. I live in Cincinnati, so it was about an hour and a half drive yesterday afternoon, and I spent a couple of hours there and drove back home. So it was cool. It was nice meeting everyone.
Cool, cool. Hey, open bar.
I didn't have to pay for any drinks, but because I had two long drives, I didn't indulge, and it was Monday night. Like, you know, who really is drinking on a Monday
Oh
night?
man,
Like,
I
I'm
was
not.
killing mine.
Maybe if it was a Friday and I didn't have to drive home, it's still pretty dark, gets pretty dark early. And if you know anything about driving to Louisville or anywhere in Kentucky, certain parts are really dark. And so, yeah, I just wanted to be 100% okay. So I didn't indulge, but the food was fantastic. The place was pretty cool. Yeah, so it was all right.
Right, right, right. Yeah, I went. What's going on, cheese and mocha? Thank y'all for coming in. Um, yeah, I went to mine last week. I
Oh,
think I
that's
may have
right.
talked to you about that, but it was
Yeah.
yeah, it was. They all trying to bring us back in this office, man, but nah, man, we can't do it. Can't do it.
I mean,
Mine was actually pretty
yeah.
cool. Um, it was, it's always people you thought looked some way, and then you be like, oh, he's like 4'11". You're like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah,
But
my director was, he's from India, and he was actually taller. He was really tall, and I wasn't
oh,
I
you
wasn't
met him?
expecting.
Okay,
Yeah, I met my director.
okay,
Yeah. It was cool.
okay, yeah. But cool. So let's get into these roles. We got some hot roles here. We're gonna get through these right quick. Share these with the people. That's what they came for. They came for the roles. We're gonna start off with the first remote role. Do, 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 do. Um, is it this one? Oh, this is your, yeah, no. Here we go. Tell us about this one.
So TELUS is a Canadian-based telecommunications company, and they have various roles that they're offering. Although they're based in Canada, um, they've got opportunities. At least at the time that I looked, they had opportunities for remote roles in the U.S. So they have a variety of categories. Um, so since we're talking about tech, I did want to highlight one area that this company that I really enjoyed about this company's website and what they're who they're trying to attract as far as talent, and that is minorities and women. And I thought, being Women's History Month and all of that, that was a nice spotlight to see that they're actually not just talking the talk when it comes to recruiting talent that are women and minorities, but they're actually offering like scholarships to come and learn about the way that they do things. Um, and so that's a pretty cool, neat thing to know that they're doing that. So I went on their site and I can see that they're offering um, a senior performance analyst in operations. They've got a competitive call answer agent, so that's more customer service. But if you're looking to break into remote work and you've not worked remote previously and you've got some customer service experience, this might be an opportunity for you. They've got quite a few customer care, but you these kind of companies, you really want to look and see where your we talk about it all the time, your crossover skills can kind of come in. For example, I see they have an operations specialist and it's administrative type role. Um, if you've got some kind of administrative experience, then this might be an option for you. They do advertise where they do have remote roles. So those of you that are already in tech, if you've got some architecture experience, you've got some senior development experience, um, you know, this would be a great start for you, especially if you're for those of our folks who are listeners who are in the Canada area.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at. I see mostly just Canada. Um. Okay. Cool. Cool. You had another one too.
Yeah, I wanted you to go to Adventurous Nerd.
Adventurous nerd.
So
Share,
Adventurous Nerd,
share
I actually
screen.
follow her on TikTok. So if you have TikTok, please look for Adventurous Nerd. We talk a little bit about, we're going to talk a little bit later about information on about tech and how to get into tech and remote work. And there is a lot of, information out there that's kind of following the trends. And one of the trends is their gatekeeping. How do you find these remote jobs? Where do I look? And Adventurous Nerd has on her own provided, if you look at her remote job section, she has literally provided a list of companies and provided links um, on who's hiring right now for remote workers. So she gives you a little bit of a description. Um, and gives you the exact link to their career site. So I just think this is an awesome resource if you're looking for a remote job, if you're interested in something that's hiring now. She does some of that handiwork for you. She makes it a little bit easier, in addition to what you're already using for your employment searches. But she offers her own, and she's vetted these and provided these links. So I just think one of the spotlight this TikTok creator, woman of color, who's kind of taken some of the guesswork out of finding remote jobs. So um, she's offering free resources, and you know obviously it's a great opportunity for you to utilize her site and what she's learned in addition to, some of the information that we'll provide. But, she's not asking you to just put your email address in here to sign up for anything, which is completely unique when it comes to, especially now in tech, when people are gatekeeping or charging for the information to kind of get you to break into tech. She's giving you the information without you having to do anything other than scroll on her page. So that's pretty awesome. And you see
Yeah. So
um, she's got some great sites here. GoDaddy is a big name. Everybody has used or knows someone who's used GoDaddy. They're a website hosting and software company. She's got Twitch on here. Um, Airbase is on here. Shopify is on here as well. Um, the last one I think that
mhm.
she Brainforce is the one that she um really talked in depth about. So it's a company that you can
The
grow and
last
learn with. It's she's providing a lot of information.
on here.
Yeah, on this site.
So the last one on here,
Yes. So if you scroll
brain.
down, yeah, Brain Force. Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that we provided the people with, you know, another resource who's taking the time out to create this space where you can get additional information about working remotely. And again, she offers links directly to things that are hiring right now. So bookmark this site so that if you're looking for remote opportunities, bookmark this site. She updates it quite frequently.
Yes. Um.
She does have a newsletter, so if you
Good
want to
stuff.
sign up, you're welcome to, but it's not necessary to use her search engine or to see her list.
Mm-hmm. That's smart. Update
Yeah, her
this
name
and
is
have people
Alicia
coming to the
Joy.
site. Okay, you had another one, right?
Yeah, so the other one I wanted to look at was
Um.
called Built In. So that's built and then in combined. And this is going to be text specific. And while it is text specific, it's still broken up into categories: internships, design and UX, developer and engineer, maybe operations, finance, content creators, data analytics, legal, project management, and sales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of nice ones on here.
Yeah, I see there's a Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago senior software engineer.
Mm-hmm.
They provide a full list of
All
perks
remote.
and benefits, health insurance, stock, vacation. I mean, they give you a lot of information about these roles.
Let's look into this one here. Let's see. Uh, I like to find a little, you know, the jobs where you don't need all those degrees and certifications and stuff, man. All that boring stuff, man. Um.
Go back up.
So it says location evolve as a flexible working environment so teammates can work remotely anywhere in the state of Colorado in our beautiful downtown Denver office, remotely or hybrid or both. I don't really like for that wording in the state. So how about
Yeah,
if
I mean, but this is why you have those filters, right? You're able to filter out jobs that require you to be within the same state.
yeah, just make sure you look out for the word and ask questions. Ask all the questions. That 1920 starting at 1923 ain't bad.
No, not if it's your
For
first,
remote, yeah,
remote opportunity or your first, your first tech gig. This is a way to break in.
401k 4% match. Yeah, see, it doesn't. Let me see. Yeah, look, you don't really need much. 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week, including holidays. You work 5 shifts a week that can vary and start anytime. Okay. Okay, this is what I was looking for. You can be working with Salesforce, document all activity in the company, CRM, Salesforce.com. Uh, yeah, they're not really showing if you, I'm sure you just need a high school diploma.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I found a role for a client operations coordinator. Um, this is entry level, um, and it is 100% remote. Um,
what is it again?
it's client operations coordinator. I can send it to
Client
you so
operation.
you can. I'll send it to you in chat, and you can you can just click on the link.
Client, and is that what you're saying for as an entry level?
Yeah. So I sent you the link in
Okay.
chat because it's I filtered on 100% remote jobs, remote only jobs. So I guess the company is called Onby, and it's a fintech company, which is usually fintech is finance and tech company.
Hmm.
Um, and they're looking for a client operations coordinator. So it mentions specifically that it's entry level. Um, and they talk a little bit about what the day to day would look like, what they're actually looking for, what your responsibilities would be. They do require a bachelor's degree. Well, they don't require it, it's preferred. It's not necessarily required, but it is preferred.
Good catch.
Um,
Good catch.
they did
Yeah, when it
say
has
that this position,
required, go ahead.
yeah, it didn't. When it has required, they're going to require a degree. But if they're saying it's preferred, it means that even if you don't have a bachelor's degree, we want and you have the skills necessary to do the job, we want you to apply. And I want to talk to those people who do not have a college
Hmm.
degree because when I started in tech in 2000, um, 2008, I think 2008, 2010ish. When I started in tech, I did not have a college degree, and actually, I didn't get my college degree until December 2020. So I went um, 10 or so years working in tech, making decent money in the beginning and much better money in the later part of that 10 years without a degree. So, yes, a degree did increase the things that I was able to get, but I was very competitive on the market even without a degree. So if you're looking to break into tech, don't let the lack of degree be the hindrance or believe that it's something that you're lacking. Um, because honestly, these days you can break into tech without having that degree as long as you bring the skill sets that are necessary or the transferable skills that are necessary to do the job. And this is why reading that job description and thinking about what you do on a day-to-day basis and how those skills transfer over will be important to building your confidence to applying for some of these roles. But if you can't, if you're not quite sure, look for roles that have words in it like entry level. They're basically telling you, we want you to apply. We know you may not have a degree, and we know that you may not necessarily have tech experience on your resume, but As long as you can perform the job duties, we're interested in talking with you.
Right. All great points. So let's see here. I think you have any more?
So the other resource I wanted to highlight is Power to Fly. So the word power, the word to and fly. Power to fly.com.
Okay.
Another job resource site. Um, they have a category under jobs that specifically says remote jobs. So you click on that and you can sort by relevancy.
Okay.
And these are going to be
Um,
remote.
we got so many pop-ups on this thing. Okay, so let me go to jobs.
Yep. And you can filter on that remote, I think is the first option.
Oh yeah.
Remote job. Yep. And you can see a list of jobs there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's so many remote jobs out here.
Yeah.
I think it must be picking up it's picking up my what you call it.
I'm going to type in entry
Um
level
my cookie.
and yeah. So I put entry level. These are remote entry level jobs. And I got a QA analyst. So QA analyst maintains a high level of agency over their own work. Basically, they just look at the work and see if it looks right. if the uh, data science mentorship program. So there's a marketing specialist, sales, entry level sales. These are remote. Um, um,
They have a lot of good companies on here. You got Yelp, Nike,
yeah, Meta's on
Meta,
there.
Okta,
I saw
Bristol, Myers Squibb, Splunk. They got all the
Uber.
heavy hitters on here.
hmm I saw Uber there.
CDW. I don't know who they are. They got ServiceNow. Big two.
Yeah, Meta,
Um,
aka Facebook, has a lot of remote positions open right now. I don't know what's going on there.
Meta definitely said you can work anywhere in the world.
Yeah, Arrow
I
has a
like the way Meta
transportation
talk.
analytics specialist that just got posted 2 hours ago. So if you're not working in tech, but you're um, working in finance or working with numbers, if you're building spreadsheets in Excel or using Power BI in any of your current roles, um, you can easily transfer. I don't want to say easily. I hate using that word. You have marketable, transferable skills that tech companies or companies who are looking for employees to break into tech or work in tech absolutely can do. You absolutely have the skills. If you've worked with WMS or TMS or work in supply chain, those are highly desirable, transferable skills that work well in the tech industry if you're looking to break into tech. If you've got project management, so if you've ever worked on a project at work and seen it to fruitions where there was a budget and there were resources and you had to manage timelines, if you had to multitask, those are things that you're doing in your current role that could easily transfer. Again, I use that word easily. It means that those are transferable skills that are marketable on the tech front.
I've always liked Splunk. Thought there's a pretty good company here.
Yeah.
You got yeah, this is good. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Definitely a good one.
Absolutely.
Remember this power of fly. It's so much opportunity out there, people. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid. A lot of people be afraid to jump, man. Don't be
Well, I think
afraid
a
to
lot of it
jump.
has to do with what information is out there. When you go on, I'm on TikTok probably more than I should be. I'll admit that. I don't know how I have time for it sometimes. Um,
I saw a
I'm doing
meme.
research. I'm
I
doing
saw a
research
meme.
for the show. That's why I'm there.
Hey, I saw a meme the other day that said with the Will Smith slap. So it had Will Smith as sleep, and then it uh had Will Smith slapping um Chris, and Chris was the person like sleep TikTok, meaning like you think you're gonna get sleep, but TikTok is like
Yeah.
slapping you like
Oh yeah. It'll
I'm
definitely
like, yeah, I can
it
see
will.
that. That's why
You
I don't really get on it too much.
well, I do it for research purposes. Research purposes.
Girl,
No, seriously. No, I do. I use
research.
it for research purposes. One, because I'm a new content creator for Instagram, my own,
Hmm.
sportsandhills.com and my Instagram for Sports and Hills, and yeah, and TikTok. So, it gives me three different, TikTok gives me a lot of information about how to create some of that content, and they help. Just like we're have this format. This is our way of giving back to the community and giving them information, and helping them out. And so TikTok is another way that people kind of give information, and help people out. And so, yeah, absolutely, I do a lot of research because it's quick, fast. We live in this microwave society now, um, and they give me the information in 60 seconds or under. So, I mean, it can be a great resource, but it can also give you some really bad I've seen some really bad advice on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. I've seen some really social media period about breaking into tech and how easy it is. And I'm here to tell you my path wasn't easy.
Well,
Could have been easier, but
that's a good
it's not.
segue then to our next part. Then, well, that's a good way, a good segue to our next part. The title of the show was remote job. I mean, IT jobs. Is it that easy? Yes or no? Um, what do you think on that?
So the first myth that I want to dispel is that it is easy. There will be influencers in that are coming out of the woodworks will tell you, "Oh, it's so easy now to break into tech. You don't have to have a degree, you don't have to have any experience. All you got to do is put your profile up on LinkedIn, apply to the job. That's all you have to do. You know, connect with this hiring manager. Look who posted it. Send them a message and get the interview, and then you're get your six-figure job in tech." And so the first myth that I want to dispel is that you don't have to do any work in order to break into tech. Just like any industry, there's some certifications you might need to look at. There's some research you're going to have to do. Um, there are some connections that I recommend that you make, and there's some analyzing and figuring out where you fit in tech before you can just put a profile up on LinkedIn and contact hiring managers about roles. So that's the first myth I want to kind of debunk, is that there's no work in it. It's just that easy to get a six-figure job in tech. Um, you know, if you have family members who work in tech, and they get you on at a tech company and figure, through that way you get a six-figure job, okay. But for the majority of people, it's going to mean getting in entry level. It's going to mean looking at your transferable skills if this is your first time, or if you're coming out of college, it's going to mean trying to snag a internship in the tech field, some realm of tech. But it's going to also take you narrowing down, because tech is a broad term. There's many things that you can do in tech. I think we talked about it on some of our sites there. You can be in finance, you can be in project management, you can be in data analytics, you can be in security, you can be a developer, you can work in UX design, you could be a content creator and social media manager, you could be a customer support representative, you can be a customer success manager. There's so many areas that fall under that umbrella of tech, and there's so many different salary ranges on that. So your expectations need to be a little bit more realistic about who you are as a worker. One, what you're capable of, what you're willing to learn, how much time you're willing to put into learning, and how patient you are. Because I can tell you that me being in the market, there was one time in my career where I put in over 300 resumes at different companies, and went through various interviews to get a six-figure role. And when I got the
Yeah.
six-figure role, it was actually the recruiter contacting me without me even contacting them, because they saw my profile somewhere, wanted to talk further, liked my personality, thought I was a good fit and a good match with what they were working on, and decided to hire me. So there's a lot that goes into it that you need to really get your head out of the social media clouds and the trendiness of working in tech, and bring it down to the reality of looking for a job. You're looking for a job. And not only are you looking for a job, you're looking for a job in a very trendy market now, with those who have been in the market for years, or who have gone to college and have competitive skills. So you've got to figure out, how do I make myself stand out? Um, how do I make myself stand out so that I can compete with those who are now flooding to tech because of the popularity and the trendiness of it?
Yeah. All good points. I was trying to find this guy that you sent to me the
Oh,
other
I have it.
day. I like the way he put it. You have it?
Yep. Of course I do. Of course I do. Let me find it.
Yeah.
What are the one of the things that you saw
I
that
think I have it here.
oh, you think you got it?
Yeah, I have it. I just need to send it to myself. Um, because I you sent it to me
Oh,
on my
here I have it. His name is Be the Teach on TikTok. So
I think I got it now. I mean, I don't
you want me
have
to
my
you want me to email it
TikTok
to
on
you?
my laptop. Unless I no, I got it. I got it now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I wanted to come and help clear this up for everybody. Hold up, partner. Everybody, these TikTok myths, six-figure jobs. I wanted to come. Ay, 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 ay.
So
Share.
while he's pulling that up, so
Here you go.
his at is at the letter B, THE, the Be the Teach. So it's TikTok slash at Be the Teach. This is the creator that's whose audio you guys are going to hear.
And help. I wanted to come and help clear this up for everybody. These TikTok myths. The six-figure jobs exist. Shit, maybe even the seven-figure jobs exist. However, we do still live in a capitalistic, individualistic society. You're not just going to pay somebody $99.99 and get the secrets to get a six-figure job. That's just not how things work. You need to study, you need to network, you need to know people, you need to be certified, you need to have experience. You can't just overnight start making 150K at some major tech company because someone on TikTok told you to do three things. The young woman that said she hopped on LinkedIn for 15 minutes with no connections and found a six-figure job, she's obviously not telling you the full story.
If somebody's offering you a course that's paid that isn't guaranteed for a job placement, it's probably not true. Please stop giving these people your money. I wanted to come and help clear this up for
I like
everybody.
the way he had put that, and then he replied back to somebody in his comments, and I saw the comment too.
Yeah, it's this. I think it's the
I think
one,
this,
two, three. Yep, that's the one.
this.
That's it.
No
Yeah.
disrespect to this person, uh, but if anybody is getting over,
Oh, let's pause it for a minute. Let it. So the person commented on that video we just showed, and it said, "Hey, to TBH, don't warn them. Let sister eat. If these dudes dumb enough to give the money, they don't need the money." So I guess brother had to. He said, "Man, I got to keep putting this pressure on y'all."
on somebody else that looks like me or that comes from a similar background as I do, it's a problem. That could have been me. That could be somebody that I care about. Um, Knowing better brings with it another responsibility. We got to do better, and we have to teach others to do better, right? If I'm trying to better the folks around, better my community, and they're trying to chase money but getting screwed over by other folks in the community, that's a problem. And everybody should be calling it out. Everybody should make each other aware of how to, survive, not just survive, but thrive in whatever passion it be. But this here, basically, if you're selling wolf tickets to other black people, you fucked up. You're a fucked up human being. And
Fucked up.
that shit's just not right.
I ain't gonna curse like that, but
No disrespect to this person. Uh,
I 100% agree with
yeah, I
him.
think is that is he still talking
That's
about the same thing on this one?
that's the
second
last.
book
No,
up. Go
that's
get your book, shorty. Go get your.
that's enough.
Oh, that was the
That's
last
it.
one.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
last one.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I thought, he made me thought about the one because see, this is the game here. Like when I told you the one girl I saw on Instagram, I had a African American studies degree, and I converted it into to being a product owner. I was going through depression during the pandemic, and um, I was fed up, and I did. She did like very minimal, right? And I got a 6-figure job with unlimited PTO, and I'm like, come on, man, stop with the. I became a product owner by just doing these steps. Link in my bio. So I went to her bio, right? She has like a bio and what a bio, but she promoting a newsletter. So and that's another part of what we can probably talk about on the show is like other hustles like being a digital nomad, like email management, email marketing is big money in that. So what people do when anybody's trying to get you to sign up for their newsletter, that's to pull you in for the trap to market you or to sell that information off to other people. Like if
Hmm.
you got 10,000 people following you, get 5,000 of them to do your email list, and she can sell it off to other people.
Yep.
So I already saw the hustle in it. I already saw the hustle in it because everybody that commented on her post was like, girl, how I do that? Girl, how I need a job. I can't stand this job. I'm at girl. And everyone she link in the bio, check out my site, link in my bio, go get my newsletter, link in my bio. And I
Yeah.
said, this girl,
Yeah.
and it's like you cannot become a product owner. If I for the fellas in the room in IT, you have like the product owner is a role within an agile methodology, right? Methodologies are like how are you going to process the work? You're going to do it in a waterfall way, or are you going to do it in an agile way? Those are like the two main ways of processing software development life cycle, SDLC. They have product owners in all different types of industries. So the product owner, you have a product owner, you have no, she's actually a product manager. She was talking about product manager. she's a project manager somewhere. Project manager, product owner. Then you have the scrum master. Then you have like the scrum team, your BAs, your developers and all that stuff. Architects maybe. So a product manager is almost like in a football scenario. You have the team, which is the scrum team. You have the general manager, which would be like the product owner. The product manager is like the general manager. And
Yeah.
then you have, usually depending on what type of methodology, you have like a art engineer, which is like the CEO or whatever. He makes all the moves. So to be that high up from a African American studies, rolling out of the bed, I took a $99 course to get to that point it is impossible.
Yeah.
So I felt like this guy in the comments when I read that, when this guy, he was replying back to his comments, like, some people, oh, you hate, man, no. And I knew she was gonna probably come at me if I'd, like that is not possible for you to give that type of information out, and that maybe like 0.45%, 0.045% could probably do that, and they probably look like the other way, not this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's just real frustrating to see people. I've been in IT not long. I mean, since hardcore IT, since maybe about 2016. But I'm talking about countless hours of starting from the bottom, taking like all self-taught, Excel self-taught, all the Microsoft Suite self-taught, learning SQL self-taught, taking a SQL class, a class that was out of India, where I paid like $500 for this class because I needed to learn it in order to do this role that I was at with Verizon, which you have to know SQL programming. And just is so much other non-study material stuff that you have to know. You have to know the lingo. You have to know just communication etiquette. That's just like at the soft skills. You have to know all those soft skills that you have to develop that you don't really get anywhere except in an IT. So you have to just be a fly on the wall all the time, be a great listener and a fast learner.
Yes.
I get on projects that are going 110 miles per hour, and I got to find a way to catch on to it.
Day one. So what they don't tell you about breaking into tech is, in other industries, you might get 2 weeks of training. 2 weeks, right? If you're lucky. Let me tell you, day one of a new tech role is get your computer all set up. That usually takes a day. I mean, a legit day to get all your programs installed. Most of them have proprietary information, so they want you to take all of these, like security type questions and tests or training they want you to go through to kind of get approved for their systems, and then you start getting system access onto your computer, and you get your email access. That usually takes a full day for IT to work with you to get your computer up and running. Then the second day is typically, okay, so this is what we're going to invite you to: a bunch of meetings. You're going to meet the teams, or you're going to meet the team, whatever it is that you're doing. Get an idea. They're going to give you a quick 1 day, 4 hour, 2 hour run through of what the projects are like. And it's going to go by fast. This is what we're working on. This is what we're doing. This is kind of where you can come in. We kind of envision you coming in here. This is where, like, you got to be ready day one, and you have to be able to catch, even if you don't know all the lingo, you still have to be able to have a good understanding, a high level understanding of what they're doing. So these people who are saying they jumped in 15 minutes later, they're doing a 6-figure job. I question them because I've been through some of these very difficult interviews, even with my years of experience. And the questions are not, tell me about a time that you had a manager who, was overseeing you too much. How did you handle a difficult situation? No, they're not asking you that. They're saying, tell me how you you have a scrum team, you have a developer who's, a customer who's being difficult, and you have a developer who's trying to push back on the customer regarding timelines. How do you handle that situation as a project manager? Like, what do you do? Or a scrum master, how do you resolve that roadblock? What do you do to help set client expectations? What do you do to help set expectations on the team? So, like, there's so many different nuances and things that you need to understand within the, other than just, do I have the skills for the role? Can I speak to the role is what you need to be able to understand.
Hmm. Nobody ain't gonna teach you nothing now in IT, man. You got, and it's true. You know what I say? You need. I mean, when you see something that says you need 10 years experience, 5 is okay. You see something that says 5 years experience, two and a
One is
half is
okay.
okay. But
Or one, even one.
yeah, one is okay. Yeah, one. But you got to have the experience. That's the common denominator. You got to have. You can't. Um, I'm sorry. Before you used to have to. About 10 years ago, you could get a PMP certification and walk in the door.
Yeah.
But that was because a lot of stuff was just archaic and it was just old school. Now, 10 years ago they were starting to do waterfall. They went through waterfall, and now you have to be agile. And so a lot of waterfall are converted over to agile. So you don't have to have a lot in agile, but they want you to have a little some. So you have to have the experience, and that's where the YouTube, the self-taught, Udemy, um, what else?
Corsica,
They have these Coursera,
course, yeah, Coursera.
Coursera, and you have to put a little money into it. You have to put a little money. You have to put a lot of time, a little sweat, a little blood into it. But I'm telling you, it off. It will pay off.
And
Um,
there's one other myth I want to bust, and that is pay rate expectations. So when early in my career and even mid in my career, I wasn't very good at navigating my salary, and navigating my compensation. So in not knowing my worth, I made a lot of mistakes salary wise. So us sharing information, guys, is not to deter you from breaking into tech. It's getting you to think about it more realistically than what maybe social media is telling you a lot of times. So we just want you to be really want to be transparent about where we've come from, so that you can kind of see how we've navigated. Again, this is not everybody's journey. Adrian had a degree. I did not. Um, and even our journeys, where how we kind of got into things, kind of overlap. But it wasn't until I was talking to someone else, a good friend of mine that was already in the industry, and he reminded me that I wasn't asking for my worth, and not knowing and understanding what my skills were compared to the roles that I was seeking and what I should be looking for as far as salary rise. Confidently now, I can say I can go ask for 6 figures and over for a role. Um, but earlier in my career, I needed to understand that I couldn't get 6 figures. So do your research on what kind of roles you're interested in, and then do your research on what kind of salaries are in those roles. Glassdoor, although it's can be hit or miss, but go Google some of the roles that you're interested in on Glassdoor, or I think there's one more. What's the other site that kind of offers salary ranges? Um, Indeed, they offer salary ranges for different roles, and you can get a idea for the roles that you're interested in and where you might fall salary wise. You might be higher on the spectrum, or you might be lower. But don't think that you're going to come into tech and make 6 figures just like that. Like, it's just it may take you more time. Will there be some needles in the haystack that actually snag those 6 figures? Absolutely. But is it gonna be a majority of you? No. You're gonna start off, maybe, if you it depends on where your skills at, where you fall at, what your education is, what kind of certifications you have. How are you able to speak to the client? Can you fit the client's needs? Does your personalities match? What kind of connections you have? Um, what kind of how do you make yourself stand out? Those are things that are going to determine where you fall salary wise. I've met people even today in my current career who make good money, and I have no idea how they got that role. Like, I have a conversation with them, and I'm working with them and collaborating with them, and I can't tell you how they got that role, because I don't know how they even got the job. So, just be realistic about your salary, be realistic about your expectations, but know your worth. Know what your skills are valuable for. Know how much you should be marketing yourself at. But do the research so you know where you should fall.
Yeah, very well put, Tiff. Um, it's funny I had a conversation. I don't know if you remember that guy I was telling you about that was I met him through my travel groups. He was trying to get the certification. He actually got the CCNA and he got the AWS practitioner.
Oh, good.
And I was like, oh man, that's what's up, man. You ready? You ready? You know what I'm saying? And those roles too, if you get those, you could probably have about 6 months of experience and get in there. Because those are hard certifications to get.
Yeah.
But you still can cut yourself short with the money. You can cut yourself short with the money. And I've been there before. I know I've talked with you about the money stuff, and it's that's another part. Is trying to get the experience. There's certain levels to it. Is getting the knowledge, getting the experience under your belt, or if it's certifications, and then it's the money part, because you done did all of this. You did knowing what you want to do, getting the experience, certifications, and now it's the money part. You built this house from the bottom up, and do you want to put a raggedy roof on top? Like, don't you want to finish it all with a beautiful ass roof? You want to. And you want to put and the landscaping and the roof. That's where the money part is at. Because I have been victim, and I'm going to black people in this one. Sometimes, like I said, I've been victim of it too.
Oh, yeah. You about to get real.
We think we are not worthy enough. We have that slavery mentality of whatever you give me, sir, whatever you give me. I done did all this work out in this field.
Yeah.
I done did all this work out in this field, but
especially if it's the first time, if it's the most money you've ever been offered in your life. Because that is an advantage of tech. Your salary might be higher than what you've previously had in the other careers. So we tend to jump for the first thing they give us.
Well, that and the Kunta out there in the field know he getting shorted when he only getting one pot of peas. He he should be getting more, but it's the mentality we have. Like, I know he ain't gonna give me no more if I ask for more, because that's just how they do us.
Yeah.
You done did all that work out there in them fields to get to a point where you can ask for more, and you don't ask for more.
I've done it too. I've done it too, unfortunately.
And there's a sense of connection with people. There's a connection with people, and like, it's a pathology. Like, I know where you may be scared, or it's like when a dog can sit so you scared. Don't feel scared because dogs. It's the same connection. Like, I know you don't really. I know I can shortchange you, Tiffany, because you don't sound like you worthy enough. I think I would. The dude told me, he said, well, since I got the certifications, I said, what you looking to get for it? He said, well, whatever. I'm making 65 right now. I think he said 65,000. And he said, whatever they can do, whatever. And I was like, oh, man. I said, I gave him a whole damn lecture. Like, dude, no, you already, they're gonna give you 66 just because you just thankful to get that certification to get $1,000 more. I
Yeah, and
said,
I
you
think we need to do a show talking about negotiation, because I think that's going to be, we don't want to gloss over the importance of knowing how to negotiate. We're talking about knowing your value in the first part of it, but that is the first part of negotiating. That's not the end all be all. It's just asking for more. You need to know your range, um, but you need to know h- where your worth is. You need to know your worth.
yes, and if you know better, you do better. That's definitely the best phrase in the world, I think, sometimes. Because
Mhm.
if and this is how I knew I was shortchanging myself just over the years of, talking with X, Y, and Z person, or just being, like I said, being happy that I've done a little work. They give me a shot to get in IT, and I'm oh, this is the most money I ever made.
Yeah,
And then I know the other people getting paid $6-7 more an hour, and we already talking $50 an hour at this point,
yeah.
and they getting 57, 58, and I'm like, what?
And I'm doing the majority of their work. And it's like, wait a
I
minute,
said, oh
hold on,
no,
hold on, hold on, hold on,
uh-uh,
hold on, hold
no,
on.
never again, never again. I'm coming here acting like I'm coming here like I'm looking like this instead of like this.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to act like you got to act like you white sometimes. Like, I know you're gonna see a black dude when they get on the screen, we do the video call, but I'm gonna talk and ask like I'm white, because you gonna get, why you gonna give it to him and not give it to me?
Yeah.
Why?
And,
I got this,
and
I got to act. You never asked
go ahead.
for it. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
because I don't want to blow him out the water. I don't want to scare him away. You already had
Yeah.
this
I
dude
done
saw
got
your
this
resume.
far. Yeah, I done got them this far. I done had the interview. I'm gonna take it and run. Well, you don't have to.
And you have to ask for it like you really want it.
Or
uh,
deserve it.
I I want like I think set, can you do 60 an hour? And then you
Eh,
I ain't going. I hey I better start cursing. Hey, I tell, the way I say it, I make them feel like, oh shit, I think I need to get this dude this money.
yeah.
You like, oh man, this, it's almost like, oh man, I can get that car for how much? Oh man, it's a
Yeah.
deal. And good resource to him. He needs to buy a resource. I'm like, oh, and because I have, the reason why I say that car, because that car is a Tesla. I'm a Tesla, and I'm only saying, just give me 100. That Tesla is 150. Uh, oh man, I can get all that for the, yes, you can get all that for this. And so you have to hit them right. Like when I used to sell cars a long time ago. You have to hit them right between the eyes, as my old salesman used to hit them right between the eyes, and don't say nothing. First man loses, a woman. And so yeah, we'll get into that negotiating
Yeah,
part. But
we got to do
that
negotiation,
is the,
because what Adrian is talking about is knowing your worth, but there's a strategy to finding out where their range is. And my recruiter friends out there, you may not like me for saying this, but ask them what their budgeted salary range is for the role. I don't care if you work in tech. I don't care what field you work in. If you are actively interviewing for a job and they're asking you, well, what do you think you want for something like that? You ask them what their budgeted salary range is. Adrian just gave a good point. He said, first one to talk loses. So as soon as you give your range, and if it's below what they're willing to pay, you lose. Because best believe they're going to make you do all those things and more if you don't get your money coming in the door. So make sure you get what you want, or in the range of what you want. You can try to ask them what the budgeted salary range is. I had a conversation with a recruiter today. Great opportunity for me. 100% remote. I asked him, he asked me, well, what do I want for the role? He gave me a brief job description. I said, what's the budgeted salary range for 2022? Because he told me the role is a contract role to the end of 2022. I said, what's the budgeted salary range for the role for the rest of the year? He said, well, I feel more comfortable if you just gave me a range so I can see if it fits within that budgeted role. No, sir, I'm not going to do that. And what I explained to him is, I am really appreciative that you're willing to have this budget, this salary conversation so early. But in order for me to be able to even determine if I'm even interested in this role, I need to know what the budgeted salary range is for the rest of the year. I don't want to take a shot in the dark based on the minimal job description that you gave me. There's no way I can gauge what their budget is. So if this is such a great opportunity that I would love to talk about more, then give me the budgeted salary range, and then we can talk about, how that might fit with my availability. You know, that's my strategy, and that's just one of this for this particular conversation. That was the strategy. But I was letting him know I wasn't going to try to take a shot in the dark and guess and give him a range and shortchange myself. You know how much the customer is capable of paying, or you know how much the company is willing to pay you for that role. So just give me the range. I said, listen, if you're not comfortable, then I'm not comfortable continuing the conversation. I want to talk more about it. I want to learn more about how you think I'm a great fit. I want to talk about more about how I'm a great value add based on the small description that you gave me. But you yourself said this role is to the end of the year. There must be a budget for it. So if you're willing to share, we can continue to talk. Guess what I got in my email box? The budgeted salary range. Now I'm willing to talk because it's within my range.
Right. It is definitely a game of it's chess, not checkers with the money. And it's a little different versus contracting like full time. Like they'll give you the range usually as a full timer, but in the contract, because it's a middleman. When we say contract, there's a company A, then there's vendor A, and then there's Tiffany.
Yeah.
Company A is saying we need a project coordinator. We're gonna throw our $100 an hour. We need it for $100 an hour. Vendor A says, okay, I'm gonna find Tiffany, a Tiffany out here that'll take this for $40 an hour, and they keep the 60.
Absolutely.
That's how the vendors make their money. So they play the games. The main company A, they don't play a game. They're gonna tell you what this position plays this right here. Sometimes they do play a little game, but not majority of the time they don't. But you had me thinking about my situation, which I forgot to tell you about, which I'll share, because this is why I tell people about the money. Get your money from the door. Is because the contract I'm on now, they brought me in as a business analyst, and I'll be business analysts can get paid anywhere from fair $45 an hour to 55-ish. It's anywhere from $45 to $55 an hour. They brought me in at $52 an hour. Yeah, $52 an hour. But then the contract went a little crazy. They shelved me for a minute. Shelved me like I was off for like 2 weeks because they was trying to figure out the contract. Then they said, "Hey, we got a good position for you. We got a BA position in another department. Bring you back on in 2 weeks." Okay, I need you to talk to this person just before you leave, though, just to make sure it's a good matchup and everything. A good fit, as they say. Talk with the people. I'm like, this is actually a Scrum Master position. Yeah, yeah, I like it. There's no job in IT that you can read a job description off of me, and I don't know what this job is entail at 75% of the time. So he like, yeah, this is our guy right here. Like we couldn't slide this up I'm like, no, you can't slide this up under me. I know this is a Scrum Master position. So meaning in my head, I need more money. So they can't be choosy because they shelved me. I could have been back on the street, which I ain't had no problem being back on the street, but I just got off the street. So I said, well, because I only been at the contract for a month before stuff went crazy. So I didn't want to go back out there. So I said, I'll deal with y'all for a little bit. I'll run Scrum. They had me running Scrum in 2 days. I said, okay, I'm going to run the Scrum. I'm going to run this team. Now, the Scrum Master, like I said before, the analogy of basketball is the Scrum team. Then there's the general. I mean, there's the head coach. I'm the head coach. I'm in leadership. I went from being a BA to leadership, being a Scrum Master. They will still pay me $52 an hour. I said, okay, y'all got me. Y'all got me. But ran it for, well, this is my 6th, 7th month now. My contract ends in this month. You know, actually, it's supposed to end March 1st. They said, oh, my vendor said, oh, no, actually, I called them 2 months before it ended. Because, you know, they're like, oh, how's the contract going? I said, oh, it's going good, pretty good. I said, well, you know, I'm running Scrum now. I'm the Scrum Master. Oh, okay, yeah. You doing it full time? I said, yes, I am running the Scrum every day. I do all the ceremonies. I do all the meetings. I do. Oh, yeah. I said, well, yeah, we need to talk about a little bit more money though. Oh, yeah. If you definitely doing all Scrum, man, we definitely gonna talk about that. I'm gonna get on the phone with Diane. She get on the phone with Diane. They sent an email to me the next day. Say at the end of March, we're gonna look at see if we can bring you on perm or whatever. I don't care about the perm. I want my money. You should be paying me 65 and up to be the Scrum Master. I let y'all slide, but if I don't get my money, my ass gonna be back out on that curb, and I can get a job just as quick. You gonna give me my money? I'm not running the Scrum at no BA rate no more. So I wanted to share that with y'all. That I'm gonna follow up on that. Y'all gonna pay me my money, or I'm gonna go. And I know they're gonna be. Well, hold on. No. When I reached out to you, when I reached out to my vendor about the money and the rate, she talking about what rate? I said, oh no. Don't get amnesia on me. I nicely sent that email that she sent me 2 months ago, like this rate right here. Oh, she texted me. Oh, okay. I said, no. Oh, okay, me. I need my money because y'all think I'm playing. I got people knocking my door. That's the benefits of building the house, putting that time in. I got, you know what? I'm gonna show y'all right now. Y'all think I'll be playing, man. I can share my screen. I'm gonna show y'all my LinkedIn inbox. That my LinkedIn inbox. Messaging. Y'all can see all this. Y'all can see. Can you see Tiffany?
We can see it. Yep.
Okay. This is my inbox here. BI analyst. What is this? Another recruiter. It's some I don't even answer. A technical recruiter at Visa. I asked was it remote? She says hybrid. I know I can't.
I know I got a bunch of those. I got a bunch of those too. I'm not interested. Thanks.
Look at that. Look this is in the month of March.
Yeah. This is why we talk
about
about
March.
Doing your research, getting your profile on LinkedIn, looking at your transferable skills, because in addition to you applying for things, these recruiters will reach out to you. And we can do a whole show about LinkedIn, which we'll do that in the coming weeks.
You see that? You see all them emails? That's what recruiters use to email you. Email. All these are recruiters. Some of them a little LinkedIn offer or something like that, but all of these are recruiters, BAs. All of them are remote roles. all of these, all of these.
Yep.
I show you my. I get 50 in for my Gmail, but um, yeah. So the work is out there, man. The work and the money is out there. That's why they gonna give me my money. You know what? Y'all gonna email her tonight when I get all like, hey man, what the lady
So
say? What the lady
I'm
say?
going to talk about a I'm going to talk about a similar experience, but mine is different. So my contract, the when I met with the director, they talked about the person being able to wear multiple hats. That's the new buzzword in tech. We need somebody who can play dual roles, wear multiple hats. What they want you to do is to be a project manager, a project coordinator, business analyst, scrum master, product owner, sometimes, data science engineer. They want as much as they can get for as little money as possible. This is why we say doing your research is going to avoid some of these pitfalls that Adrian experiences myself. The guy told me we need somebody to wear multiple hats. The hat will be mostly project coordinator. You'll do very little scrum master and very little project management. Within 6 to 7 months of doing that role, I was project management. But I did not get a project manager role. I did not get a project manager rate. So when I went back to my my contractor and said, hey, you know, we need to have some conversations because I'm now doing project management when I told I'd be doing project coordinating, and we need to talk about that rate. Well, they did raise it, so which is unheard of. They don't usually typically raise it, but because of where they were, and the value add that I had added to the team and the asset I had become, I pretty much built an advocacy within the team to say we need her and we need to get whatever she needs to stay. We need to make sure we give it to her. So I negotiated a raise. But let me tell you, in the last 120 days, last 4 months, I am still due another raise because my role has changed yet again, and it has not happened this time. So
Oh yeah,
get
you
your
getting
money in the
pimped too.
door. Yeah, I'm getting pimped big time. I'm getting pimped big time.
You
So
still ain't got that money yet, huh? Yeah,
no,
they need to pay
no.
you in arrears.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very
Yeah, they need to
important
pay you in
that you
arrears.
know it's very important that you do your research, not just for the roles that you're interested in, but what roles are being advertised. Read the job description, understand what they're asking for. Don't get suckered into doing more than what they're going to pay you, and know your worth so that you're getting what you're properly compensated for the roles that you're interviewing for. Um, Practice interviewing, reach out to your network. Myself and Adrian are always available. You guys have got our socials. Um, you can always refer back to this live. These videos are up on Travelmatic's YouTube site all the time. So you're welcome to look at some of the resources we have there. But the information is ready and available. Some of it pretty quick. But do some work. Don't believe the hype. It's gonna take you some work. Don't believe the hype. Cue Public Enemy.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for putting that definition out there for Scrum Master. That is the definition of Scrum Master. And Mocha. Yeah. Mocha 52 is um 52 is actually middle of the road. Like I said, it
Yep.
could get as high as 55 for a BA, for a BA, business analyst. Um, yeah, good stuff. Actually, I got a surprise for everyone. I'm gonna give everybody a sneak peek into my video that I did with the when I was out there in Puerto
Oh,
Rico.
we got a
Um,
breaking news.
I'm
Breaking
gonna give y'all the
news.
exclusive. I'm gonna give
We
y'all the
getting exclusive.
exclusive.
Oh shoot.
Y'all get the exclusive on the way out the door. So let me see here. What window is that?
Well, we want to thank
I
everybody who
should have
came
had it.
to the live and interacted with us, commented with us. You can find us. You can find me at www.sportsandheels.com. You can find me on Instagram at sports underscore the letter N and heels. And you can find me on TikTok. I'm on Twitter under Sports and Hill. So links to all of my socials are on my website, and my website, I mean, my socials have links to all my other stuff. So um, before you play your video and we head on out the door.
Yeah. Did you put your stuff in the? Did you put your
Oh, I can do that.
stuff in the chat?
I'm doing that now.
Um, yeah, and definitely like and subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more. If suggestions on roles you're looking for, need some help with maybe your resume. I ain't got the time to be reviewing no resumes, but if you slide a brother a little money, cash app a brother a little something, I'll probably be able to work out something for you. But no promises, no promises.
Don't pay people to do your resume unless you know unless you got the
Well, yeah,
time.
we talked about that the other day.
Yeah,
Because one a resume is a one of one. It's
yeah,
not a one of many.
yeah,
You should have that resume tailored to that job. A lot of people get their resumes done for $150, $200, and they use that to apply to 500 jobs. And they be like, oh, I ain't getting no callbacks. You got to tailor the job to the resume. I mean, the resume to the job.
yeah.
So that's just a little tip there. So you got to get in there, and we can get into that maybe in some other shows on like just revamping somebody or showing how to do the one-on-one. Because I told you, Tiff, I have about 30 resumes. I had to delete about 10 or 20 of them off my hard drive because I was like, man, I haven't used this resume in years. But I will change it up in a minute. And some of those recruiters, they'll change it up. I need you to put such and such. I'm like,
Stop with the accent. Stop with the
no,
accents. They ask you to send them
no,
a
because
Word
it be
version.
them. Because it be them that be talking about. But I love them though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I have a hate love with them because sometimes they'll tell you, hey, you need to put this on there. And I have gotten some good roles
We're not. Yeah.
in the past. But sometimes they'll blow your phone up. Call you like 5 times, man. All right. So on the way out, I will play my okay, just a little backdrop. I went to Puerto Rico like a month ago. Went to work remote, feel it out, get my little understanding of how it is to work remote. I chose Puerto Rico mainly because I have a federal contract, so I can't really work internationally. So I wanted to try Puerto Rico. And it was my first time, so killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah,
And
I'm
I
excited to
was
see it.
able to get some footage of this place. Get this place that I almost did not complete this. OW, what's up, man? I almost didn't get a chance to show this video. I mean, to make this video because I was doing some other content, and I had my power went out, and I was like, and they have a lot of power outages in not a lot. I say a lot. Let's say like once every 2 weeks or so, the power may go out for like. Actually, that power went out for about 2 hours, and I was just like, man, I don't know, but like in situations like that, you can go to a co-working place, post up, and yeah. So here it is. We will see y'all in the next broadcast. It hopefully will be on a Monday. If not, just stay tuned. Hit the notification bell, and let's go.
Excited.
All right. All right. We are back again with another great video, and today we are in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I am going to bring you Piloto 151. Piloto 151 is the destination for virtual offices, flexible working spaces, and private office space, with 4 co-working spaces in the heart of San Juan, Puerto Rico. These spaces have been designed to inspire creativity, cultivate connections, and celebrate wins. So let me take you on a brief tour of Piloto 151. All right, so this is the main sitting area once you come in through the front door. You can sit right here. You can sit by the windows. You can sit on the couch, which is on the other side. You can also, depending on the membership, you can get one of these conference rooms. A lot of companies are actually in here conducting their own business. They have this as their actual business location. Also, you can, like I said, use the conference rooms. Very spacious, a lot of seats. Has its own Wi-Fi dedicated to each room. Um, you have about, I want to say maybe like 10 offices here. As you can see, people are in there working right now. The Wi-Fi is excellent. I think they may have over 4 or 5 different um, Wi-Fi connections. And depending on your business or co-working needs, they have 4 memberships, which is virtual office, open workspace, dedicated desk, and office space. They also have a daily rate. I myself use a daily rate because I was not expecting to go to this co-working space, but my Airbnb power went out. So I came here to the Santurce location, which was like 5 minutes from my Airbnb. The daily rate is $50 a day, but she was able to cut it into 25 because I came around 1 o'clock. They have everything, as you can see, coffee, snacks, all that is included in the fee. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. I'm about to get back to work and get back outside to the beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico. So if you want to be like me and be able to work remotely from anywhere in the world, like beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico, definitely subscribe. Check out Madic Mondays. I have it every other Monday where I will go with talking about transferring your in-office skills to working remotely. And I'm gone.
That was awesome.
Yes,
That was
yes.
awesome. That was a great review. Looking forward to hearing
Thank
more
you.
about
Thank
Puerto
you.
Rico.
Yes, I like that place. It's 24/7. I thought I had to leave at like 5, um which was 4 here. And but they was like, nah, it's 24/7. You can stay in but I had to stay out in that lobby area because I was in that conference room at first. But yeah, pretty cool place. I could walk actually to my Airbnb from there. So just getting into that remote working digital nomad stuff. I enjoyed it though. It was really a good experience. But we are over time, 23 minutes. But as we say, it's always good chatting about remote work, IT, and all
Yeah,
that good stuff.
absolutely.
All right. Well, I appreciate everyone who came through. Definitely share this video. Push it out there, man. We're trying to keep people from going back in the office. No more
Yeah, and we're
office.
trying to we're
Nothing but
trying to make
traveling.
sure we're giving you guys realistic information, especially to our black and brown folks who, sometimes get lost in the sauce with all the information that can be out there. We are definitely keeping you in mind. So we want to make sure that we're talking about our experiences and giving you guys information that can help you navigate your remote work, life, career, travel, passion, whatever it is that you're trying to do and need remote work as that tool in your toolkit to get you there.
Definitely. All right. Well, we are gone. See ya.
Till next time,
We're gone.
guys. Have a good night.
Bye.